Morning, YouTubers. Bruce here, coming from the cool Geerage again. I have got some amazing, they are pork shoulder butt steaks. I sent Donna out to our favorite butcher yesterday to get us some nice, thick, juicy steaks. They didn't have them as thick as I wanted, and so she had them cut for us. And the butcher has been kind enough to leave the fat on there. And this is on there for a reason. I'm going to show you at the end of it all. It's going to be amazing. So you can see all this. You'll see how it all comes out in the end, how it plays out. So what I've gone to do today is I have got my spices I used from our beer can chicken. Now, these, you might say, well, beer can chicken, and you know, why you got pork here and now you got chicken over on the other one. So we've been using a lot of the commercial grade rubs. We find them a little salty, and I don't like that real salty flavor. So in my beer can chicken method, I had put together a bunch of spices, and you can see it if you watch my other video. And so there's a lot of really good spices in here, including brown sugar. Brown sugar on meat in a small amount tastes fantastic. So it's really good. And then, of course, everybody knows pork and apples and apple juice and everything. It's best to use an apple juice to, you can apply your spices and you can get the spice to stick to the apple juice. So we didn't have any apple juice, so Donna decided to make her own apple juice. So here we are. Just made some apples in the magic bullet there, and here we go. We got our own apple juice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously give this a stir, and I'm going to apply the juice onto here. And then all it is you're just creating a way that the spices can all stick. So don't be afraid to get your hands in there. Put the apple juice all over everything. And actually, I was kind of wondering if this the froth was going to be any good, but I think it's going to be fantastic because it's going to hold the. Actually, I'm going to spice it before I go. So, okay, so this is good for spicing. I'll make it around the outsides. Good. Of this. There we go. That's perfect. And these pork steaks are a whopping up to 2 1/8 inches thick. So Ian used to make a bunch of good pork steaks on the Barbie, and I always loved his pork steaks. So this is going to be a good hunk of meat to show on a video. So I'm going to put some on the edges here. I'll get that on later. So again, flip it over here, and you want your meat to sit out. We took this out this morning about 5:30 in the morning. You want your meat to warm up to room temperature before you start smoking meat. So I've got this up. The meat's pretty good at room temperature now, and that's always best. And you get your smoker going, and it's 8:30, 8:45 on Sunday morning. I'm going to have these things on by 9 o'clock, and they'll be smoking all day with one little break. I'm going to show you one more little feature here. So don't be afraid to add lots of spice. Fantastic. Like I said, we created our own, and I swear this is the best spice in the world that we found anyways. So here we go. Just pat it in there. I'm going to use an applewood. Let's put this and this on here. A little more on here. Good. And just spread it out there. So there we have it. We've got our steaks, pork steaks, all spiced up. And I'll get back to you in a minute. I'll be throwing them on the Barbie, or on the smoker. And of course, you always have to use a meat thermometer when you go to when you're smoking any food. So there we have it. And you're going to see me in about 6 hours time, take them out of the smoker and introduce another flavor back onto these that we've done in the past with our ribs, pork ribs. So here we go. Hey YouTubers, I'm back in the cool Geerage now at the Traeger smoker. I've got the pellets all loaded up with applewood pellets. It's a nice light smoke for pork, works fantastic. The temperature's set to 165 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to smoke these for 6 hours. It's 9:15 now on Sunday morning. Take them out after 6 hours. Take you back upstairs to the cool Geerage kitchen, where we're going to wrap it in a special sauce that I'm creating to go with these. So stay tuned. I'm going to get these on, and of course, you always have to have the thermometers in use, into play. Have to be put into there. Smoking meat is about a final temperature and a smoke. It's not about a time it's going to take for poundage and all that sort of jazz. So it's just important you use your meat thermometers on all things, because that's what tells you when your meat is done. Nothing else except for a meat thermometer. So there we have it. Little piggly wiggly. I will see you in 6 hours, and we'll move on to the next step. Bruce out. Okay, YouTubers, I'm back. It is 10 after 5, and we have been smoking these 3 little piggies since 9:30 today. So we're talking 7.5 hours, and now I've got another step to do. They're about 162 degrees, and I want to take them to 180. So you want to get this stuff done quickly. And my next step here is something that we learned from our ribs, and we're going to try it tonight for our actual steaks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to the down here, and it is a combination of butter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top of these steaks, this side here, down, face down onto the butter, and the honey and the brown sugar. So that is that. So I'd say like 3, maybe a touch more, about 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter for those. And you want to wrap these up nice and tight in double tin foil. So you're talking that amount of there. I'm going to spritz a little bit of brown sugar down. Something about the sweetness of the brown sugar and the honey, man, does it taste good. So same thing goes this here. Come on, baby. We will do, again, it's just about creating that experience of a juice that these can all lay down into. So here I'm going to tip this upside down. The heat from the steak itself, the pork steak, will heat up the butter and the honey and the brown sugar, and we are going to put it back down onto the smoker, and I will cook it till it's about 175 to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So again, the whole idea is to seal it up nice. You're going to use 2 layers, bring up the tin foil so the juices can all stay in a nice puddle. And again, 1 more layer over the top of this. You want the protection, so you want it to be sealed. You want the nice concoction that you make to work out to your best of your advantage, and you carry on preparing. So here we are, our beautifully made up smoked steaks, 7.5 hours. Take them out, put them into the juice you create, put them back in there for another, say, hour and a bit, and it'll be just amazing. I'll take it to 180 degrees. So stay tuned when I unwrap the final. Okay, here we go. The big unveiling. Been smoking since 9:30 this morning, and it is now 6:30 this evening. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that bath that's been soaking in. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I need a cloth. I gotta get away. So here we are. I'll get rid of this one. Put this one back over there. I'm making a big mess. Look at that. Nice honey, butter, and brown sugar bath. So I am going to save this pour over top. But I'm going to save it over here until I can get it cut. Oh, can you say? Yikes. I'm going to pour it out because there we go. So there you are, the real deal. Smoked pork steaks. It is amazing looking. It feels great. Fantastic. Look at this. Look at this marbling. That is some amazing juice. So let's start cutting in this. Look at that smoke ring. There you go. Wow. Look at that. Look at that red. That is what I'm talking about. That is what it's all about. That is the smoke ring that of all smoke rings. So you see that all around the perimeter there. That is a juicy smoke that we've been able to capture. So absolutely fantastic. Gonna close with some amazing, like, look at the way the butcher had cut these up for us. That will be an amazing morsel. I'm gonna try it right here, right now. Here we go. Check this out. This one is for you, Pops. That is what I'm talking about. The ultimate smoke and ultimate pork steak right there. Check this out. Nothing more I can say. We got 3 more steaks to cut up. I'm going to enjoy every single one of these pieces. I'm going to take it to work. I'm going to share it with everybody at work and the girls. So anyway, as you can see, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe and get more of these videos as I make the how-tos, go for it. We've enjoyed making this for you, and hopefully you can learn from everything that I've learned so far. So thanks for your time, and like this video. Bruce out from the Cool Geerage. Ciao. Hey YouTube, I'm back. The end of a good meal, a great meal. I've got to let you know, sometimes recipes work out extremely well. And this one has been an absolute amazing favorite of ours, and the 4 girls and my wife. And it, with the seasoning that I made for it from the original recipe when we had made it for a smoked chicken recipe of the rub, applying it to the pork, and then the honey, the brown sugar, and the butter recipe for the bath that I've soaked it in has been absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to kind of share with you as to what exactly it was, and it was an amazing meal. I really highly recommend following along my recipe, and I think you'll enjoy it just as much as we have. So for the little bit for the extra part here, Bruce from the Cool Geerage out.